Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 has super moves, or final smashes if you prefer. We are going to be going through all the supers, and we are going to rate them based on a number of different qualities, like presentation, impact that they might have. So
the callback.
Yep, the callback and references.
I will be ranking mine on how good the reference is a lot. That's going to be heavily weighed for me.
So yeah, let's do it. Okay, so first one we have is SpongeBob.
It's a solid one.
I think it also is a pretty solid one. Like,
yeah.
I really like that they got Mrs. Puff, but it's not just like the character model, but it's the actual voice for it too. They had like a whole other model like just for her. I think it's a really good reference for SpongeBob. And then like the impact kind of hits too because he hits him once and then he hits him twice.
Yeah, I really like the animation at the end.
I think it's like a solid like 8 out of 10 for me.
Are we ranking numbers or tier list?
Oh, I was just doing numbers.
No, I was gonna say I'll just say the tier. This is A tier.
Okay, A
no,
tier.
It's like I'd say 7.8 out of 10.
Okay, fair. And then just as like the baseline, 5 is like average. And then like below that would be like, you know, like mid.
Lame.
And then, yeah. But 5 is like your like typical like run of the mill, like not super memorable super. So next we have Patrick.
I remember this one.
Spiders.
It's not bad, but it's not at the level of quality for SpongeBob's for me. I feel like the impact doesn't really happen all that much because like the character that he's squashing just kind of stays the same throughout.
I kind of like it like the same. I'll give it a 7.
7? Okay. I'll probably meet you there and give it a 7 as well. And next we have Squidward. With handsome Squidward. So I think that the intro is really strong, but then the hit happens like midway through, and the impact just kind of loses it a little bit.
Yeah, this one's trash.
I'd probably say that this one's like a 5, even though I really like the intro. It's like, for me, it's average.
This is a 2.
2? Okay.
It's trash. I can't imagine there being many worse. I remember the first time I saw this, and I was like, how come him hitting his face into a pole hits me, like the character, but it doesn't. It's like the hit's halfway through. I didn't even register it.
Yeah.
It's a 2. You said a 5?
I said 5. I think it's like average. So next we have Sheldon.
Time for destruction.
He just self-destructs.
All right.
I don't think it's that bad. I like that the reaction of the character actually has that like oh shit moment on his face. I kind of want to give this like a 7, or actually no. The face that Plankton makes also does it for me. It's gonna be an 8 for me.
Oh my.
I actually really like it.
This is a 3.5 for me.
3.5 for you.
There's really no reference, is there?
I don't really think so. Besides just that face.
It's entirely missing a reference. I love that face. I love that Karen's involved. It doesn't like have like a build up. It doesn't seem like that strong a move, you know? Like Patrick's is like he hits you like a billion times with a big rock. It's awesome. Yeah, Plankton's just like ha 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 and then explodes, and it's like I don't know, doesn't do it for me.
You know what? That's fair. I think with that, maybe I should bump it down to like a 7.
What is this character from? I don't
He is
know.
from the hit Nickelodeon show, El Tigre.
Is this Zoomer shit or Boomer shit?
I actually really like this show.
Kid or like mid 2000s?
No, it's like I think it's mid 2000s. All right, so El Tigre.
Do it. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, he has Ragnarok or Omnislash or like 3 to 4 other like Smash Ultimate Supers.
Right, like all the Fire Emblem characters.
Yeah. I think for this game, comparing to all of the other supers, it'd probably be like a 9 or a 10, but like there's still like a little bit of impact that's lost, I feel. So like I would probably give this a 9 as like one of the best supers in the game.
Yeah, I'm not gonna disagree with you. I unfortunately like just don't know any references for this show. I like everything about it. One thing that I think is odd, it comes in from the right side of the screen, no matter which side you're standing on. Obviously, that's like, it's a cutscene, but like, I also feel like it's like more intuitive. The angle also comes downward, but then it's just like, it lacks continuity.
Okay, I see that now, actually.
Like, aggressively. Like, in so many aspects, it lacks continuity. It's very weird to me. Because of the lack of continuity, I'm gonna give it a 7. It's still, like, very impactful, but it just, like, I don't know.
I know what you mean.
It's a little bit of a mess.
Okay, so up next, we have Rocco. I have no idea where this character's from.
I think that the show's, like, someone in Rocco. It's just one of those.
You're fired.
Huh?
How do you like that?
It's like I think the sound effects don't do it for me. Like, I like the concept, kicks him out, and then Jimmy just gets ran over by a bunch of different things. I feel like the impact on the hits is lost dramatically because of the sound effects and the boings. I don't know, the animation just of the character looks wonky. So like, I'd probably give this like a 6.
I agree with you on pretty much everything you said. I'm gonna give it a 5. One of my biggest issues is the character animation of the character getting hit, because I feel like they literally just like turn sideways. Like, they don't actually like fall down. They're not like on the ground. They're just sideways, and it looks silly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, one of my personal childhood favorites.
Jimmy Neutron.
Where the hell is the Fairly Odd Parents rep, by the way?
Oh, there's probably a reason for that. It's like a licensing thing, because Jimmy Neutron and Fairly Odd Parents they're like different from the rest of like the Nickelodeon shows for some reason.
Really?
That's why in the first game they couldn't get Jimmy Neutron, but they could get Hugh Neutron.
That is so weird to me.
Mm-hmm. So
right.
James Isaac Neutron.
Think.
There's supposed to be one more thing.
This may be my greatest invention yet.
I didn't even realize that the first time I watched it. There was supposed to be one more thing.
That's so fucked up.
And then
I hate that.
Lucy Loud just stands there, doesn't look both ways when crossing the road, and just gets hit by a rocket. I don't know. I think I'm gonna give this like a 4. Of all of the things that they could have Jimmy do, they had him just hit the small child with a rocket.
I think I agree. I'm gonna go with a 4 as well. Maybe like a 3. I don't know. I'll go with a 3.5. Like, they had so much source material to work with, and that's what they came up with. And like, I also really like your point about like, it's just like anticlimactic. Like, Lucy was just standing there not doing anything.
Yeah, like they had other super animations where the characters looked scared, but she was just kind of like, she just did not give a fuck. So now we have Lucy. Oh my god, she looks so sad. Me too, Lucy.
Okay. Oh.
It just ended.
I loved the start.
Avie, I think your reaction summed it up perfectly. Okay. Oh.
That's so anticlimactic.
If you put like a fart noise at the very end of it, then like that would be more appropriate. It's getting like a 4 for me.
Yeah, I also think it's getting a 4 from me. It's so good, it just needs something to finish.
All right, Beavers.
There's no sound.
There was no sound effect. I was just thinking that. But it's like you said, there was no sound effect.
There's no sound effect.
Oh, it's just the same animation, but a different beaver.
Yeah.
Maybe this one has a sound effect. Maybe that's why they're different.
There's just no sound.
It's getting like a 2.
It's getting a 2.
It's getting a 2 for me.
It's getting a 2 from me.
Garfield.
We're making pretty good time.
What's with these guys keeping me away from food and sleep? Nice.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the first ones that I have a pretty like mid reaction on. Like, it's not awful. I really like the voice line in the beginning. I think that my issue with it is the nice line after the hit kind of makes the hit less impactful.
Yeah.
Because it's like there's this big pause between the character getting hit and then the character actually getting hit.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like when they do that.
Yeah, it's like you said, it feels very mid. I'm giving it a 4.
I'm giving it a 6.
All right, Avatar Aang.
Gotcha.
Okay. I don't have strong feelings about that at all.
Neither do I. It's a reference to the finale of the show. What I find funny about this is that there's this giant buildup and Aang just goes,
Gotcha.
boy, with this. I think that's like the only fun part about the super. Other than that, it's like very mid. It gets like a 5 for me.
It gets a 5 from me, yeah.
Avatar Korra.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that one more. Like the sound effects are a bit muted. But
Yeah.
in general, like I like the presentation of it a lot more. So I gave
Same.
Aang's like a 5. I would give this one a 6.
I'm gonna give that an 8.
Oh, okay.
I think that one hits. It is like impactful, like you said. It's dramatic. It's big. The only issue is that it's too quiet.
Yeah.
It should be like deafeningly loud. I really like how the hit leads out of the cutscene. There's like a tiny bit of space to let the hit linger, but it's not so long like the Garfield one. It's like the perfect. It's the baby bear. It's the just right.
I've already criticized this one a lot.
I'll show you true power.
Okay.
For me, this
Yeah.
is like a 3.
You should stop.
It's a 3. Interesting.
It's like a 3. It's just like a big fire blast.
You understand?
Just
Yeah.
it doesn't really reference anything. It's just a
It's like
big ball of fire.
I feel like it's like the same exact thing as Aang's, except I think that the sound design's a little better, and I think that it goes a little quicker. And I think I like it slightly more than Aang's, so I'm gonna give it a 5.5.
Okay. Raphael.
Okay. That's a very standard Smash Bros. Oh!
Yeah, but the hit extends to the end. But yeah, it's
Yes,
basically
I
just
like that.
like Link, Young Link, Toon Links, like
Yeah.
Triforce Slash.
But I really like, compared to the rest of them, how it cuts back into the regular game.
And then it finishes, yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I
Yeah.
like relative to the rest of them.
Yeah, I'll have to give it like a 7 probably.
This is getting an 8 from me. It's
Ooh.
not better than Korra's, but it's on the same tier.
Donatello.
Clear the road. Turtle shell drift. Watch the paint.
With a cameo from the other 2 turtles.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I actually really like this one. It brings in all 4 turtles. Like it has Donnie's sort of like techism with the like the oh my god, the turtle mobile.
And like the little blasters. I really like the sound design. It actually like has impact.
And April's actually running away too.
Yeah, it's not just somebody
Yeah.
standing there. That's a good one.
Yeah, I really like it. It's gonna get like an 8 for me.
That's getting a 9 for me. That's definitely my favorite.
Ooh. All right, April O'Neil. Spirit Bomb with no
Okay.
sound effect.
Everything up until the no sound effect was gas. I liked that one a lot. I think that it's like her face. Do it again. Her face when it
The
gets really
face.
close. It's like good, but it's also like kind of weird.
Yeah,
It's in like the uncanny valley.
I just realized it's the exact same angle that Goku has in his Spirit Bomb level 3 in Dragon Ball Fighters. I'm probably gonna give it like a 7. If there was a sound effect at the end, it would probably get like an 8 or a 9. But
I think you put the sound effect. That's my favorite so far. But because it's lacking the sound effect, I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
7.5. All right, Danny Phantom.
See ya.
Okay, Phantom Thermos. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, a
Kinda gas.
little biased. Like that was kind of the super that I was expecting from Danny. I like it.
Yeah, it's good.
It's gonna get like a 9 for me.
That's a 9 from me. I think everything just lingers a tiny bit too long. That's my only thing keeping it from a 10.
Yeah. The only thing missing for me is the classic Danny Phantom, like, music cues. Hey, Ember McLean.
Okay.
I wish that... for me, I think it really lacks the impact on who Ember is, because like I feel like music doesn't really play when her super starts. It's just like the crowd effects, and she just kind of like strums the guitar like one time, but no music plays.
Yeah, I think that I agree that that's a problem, and I think that another problem I have is how long it takes to cut back to the game. Look at how long it takes. Like the hit happens 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
Oh yeah,
like,
no, that does take a while.
Almost 2 whole seconds.
Yeah.
That's so unfortunate, because otherwise I really, really like it. If you add sound effects and a quicker cutback, that's a 10.
Yeah.
That's my favorite by far if you take those things. But unfortunately, I'm gonna go like a 7.2.
I'm probably also gonna go like a 7. Grandma Gertie.
Okay. Takes way too fucking long to cut back.
It does, yeah. The jump and the train hit should have happened at around the same time. Because, like, the train actually had a good sound effect, but I agree it does take too long to cut back. Yeah, if they cut that by, like, 2 seconds, it would be much better. But, yeah, it's going to get, like, a 6.
Yeah, I was thinking like a 6.
All right.
All right, let's see. Gerald.
A woman was counting the days to her wedding. Her fiance fell for her sister and married her. In her wedding dress, the woman found a big, sharp axe. Every year, the ghost bride rises, looking for her victims. The end.
I love that.
I think it takes too long. Other than that, I love it.
Is it a reference too?
I don't know. I've never watched Hey Arnold.
I feel like it has to be a reference.
I also think it has to be a reference. I just think it takes too long.
But it's actually compelling. Like, it's interesting the whole time.
I also like that the character is shrieking in terror.
Yeah, the character's like actually reacting.
Yeah.
And the hit happens, and it happens so quickly. What are you giving it?
I'm probably gonna give it like an 8. I like it all in general, but I personally think it takes too long.
That's my 10.
Okay, that's your 10?
That shit was fire.
I also realized he has LeBron James's down air from Multiverses.
Oh my god. I can't believe we live in a world where LeBron James had a down air.
Nigel Thornberry, the Jigglypuff of the game. Okay.
Marvelous. The great giant elephant.
Fire.
The pose at the end.
I missed the pose. Dude,
oh, you missed the pose? We gotta run it back. I think that pose kind of does it for me. I think it's a 9.
Gas. That's a 10. It takes away the issue of like how long it is. It's just great. That's just great. 10.
All right, 10 for you. I'm sticking to a 9.
They saved their good ones for the end. They saved the best for last. What show is Jenny from?
My Life as a Teenage Robot.
Oh, I remember that show.
She just say Unga Bunga? All right, Invader Zim. I think it's mid.
That's very mid, yeah.
It's like a 4.
It's a 4. I was thinking the same thing. It's just like the character that's getting hit isn't even involved. There's no reaction from the character. The character isn't involved. Zim's not even involved. You don't see either of the characters. It's just a cutscene.
Yeah, it's a 4. It was a 4.
I'm changing mine to a 3. That is lame.
All right.
I only remember My Life as a Teenage Robot by name. I don't remember anything about it.
Honestly, same here.
But I remember liking it. But she didn't even.
That's like that's a 1. I got to agree with that.
That is so bad.
I kind of want to watch it again just to see.
She doesn't even hit.
You're right, she doesn't.
No, she does. She does. It's just so inconsequential to the movement that's happening. That's so shit.
Yeah,
so bad.
I think that's like the worst super in the game. It's a 1.
That's a 1. It's tough to be as bad as the one that has no sound effect. Was that Aang's that had no sound effect? No, it was Beavers. I feel like for some of these, like I'm thinking of Rocco as well. Like my issue is like I get that it is a cartoon game and like these are cartoon characters, but like it's a fighting game too. So it's like I want my hits to feel like hits. I don't want them to feel like goofy cartoon boing boing, you know?
Exactly.
Like I want like smacks, not boings.
I completely agree. There's a lot of impact that's lost.
Yeah,
and
it's a lot of lacking impact.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes, in comparison to something like Smash Brothers or any other fighting game with the supers, that's what decreases the quality. All right, Reptar. Did they fix the bug? They didn't fix the bug yet.
Oh!
I really like it. Yeah. It's just the bug in the beginning that just...
The bug made me laugh. Comedy can be a positive thing, even when it's unintentional.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think this is super creative, especially in like the Rugrats-y kind of way.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I think this is my favorite super of the game. So like, I would probably give this a 10.
That's your 10?
I think that's my 10. I think it's the most creative.
Good pick.
The bug in the game is just funny, but like even if it wasn't there, I still think that would probably be like my favorite.
I'm gonna give it an 8.3. My favorite thing about it is it takes a tiny bit long to cut back to the game, as a problem with a lot of them are, but I like how it like the scene gets filled up with fire when it cuts away. It's a very like cinematic cutscene. It looks really good.
All right, Ren and Stimpy.
Hello? You don't agree with me?
The sound effects are there, but it's still kind of mid.
I'm giving it a 0.
You're giving it a 0?
The whole world explodes, and then it just cuts back to a regular, just Ren and Stimpy are standing there while your opponent goes into hit stun. Yeah, it just cuts back to Ren or Stimpy or whichever fucking one that is just tapping you. The whole world blew up, and that's the outcome.
They didn't even make a face at the end either. They just plop.
Nothing, yeah. It's literally just a punch.
When there are other characters that also make faces too, so you know.
Yeah.
I was gonna give it like a 5, but then watching it again, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be like a 2 for me.
It's a 0 for me.
0.
That's my least favorite. Jenny's was bad. I hate that one more. It's longer too. It wastes my time.
Okay, so that was all the supers in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. I think Avie and I are both in agreement when we say that like a lot of the impact is lost due to like, you know, the cartoony boing boing sound effects and not being super impactful. But a lot of these are just also just kind of like nothing sandwiches.
I like that. Nothing sandwiches. That's actually a really good way of putting it.
So you were keeping track. What were the were the ones that we favored the best?
I'll give you our top 3 and our bottom 3.
Okay.
From 3rd to 1st are Danny Phantom, the Phantom Thermos, Reptar with the burning down the city cutscene, and our number 1 is Nigel, which I gave a 10 and you gave a 9, so I got a 9.5.
Okay, and then bottom 3 is like
our bottom 3?
It's I'm gonna guess it's like Jenny. It's got to be like Jenny, Ren and Stimpy, and then Invader Zim. Those are probably the bottom 3.
No.
Oh, really?
You got 2 of them right.
Oh, right. Beavers.
Yes, Beavers. In order from 3rd to worst, Reptar and Ren and Stimpy are tied because I gave Ren and Stimpy a fucking 0. Dog shit. But Beavers are a 2 for us. Jenny's a 1 that was agreed upon, and Ren and Stimpy is a 1 where it's a 0 and a 2.
Yeah. I think that the positive, though, at least from what I've seen, is that these supers don't happen very often anyways. And I've also discovered that you can dodge them with like spot dodging and rolling, but you can also block them. I feel like you shouldn't be able to block the supers, Yeah, like I've only seen maybe like one super out of all of the matches that I've seen and played so far. Most people use the slime for like canceling and stuff. I'm glad that the supers are here. I mean, like I said, a lot of it just has to deal with like the lower impacts, and a fair amount of them do have some creativity and good hits, but there are some characters where they just like, they had a lot of potential and then they just did nothing with them.
I hope to see them like patch it just for funsies and just add sound effects to the ones that are lacking sound effects, you know? Like, I loved Korra's if it just was more impactful with the sound.
Yeah, and hopefully they actually kind of take these notes into account too, because they do have some good quality supers here, but it's like you said, like I think that focusing on the sound effects would be a really good idea to elevate some of these from like okay to great. So those are our thoughts on the Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 supers. What are your thoughts on the supers? What is your favorite, least favorite? Comment below, let us know. And as always, if you like what you see and you want to see more, don't forget to check me out, but also check out my co-host Avie Red Falco over on Twitch and YouTube. Thank y'all again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.